Hello, namaste. Welcome to today's yoga flow slash, it's actually going to be more like a tutorial today. Sorry I haven't posted recently, but I have had COVID. Now I'm finally feeling a little bit better, a little bit back to myself, so I thought why not film a class for you all. So today we're going to be talking about Surya Namaskaras, also known as sun salutations in yoga. And this particular class is great for people who are kind of new to yoga. So if you're new to yoga, you're a beginner or even intermediate level practices, this is great for you because you're going to gain the foundation of the specific alignment as we're moving throughout the postures. And what I tend to do in most of my classes is I incorporate these sun salutations because they're a great way to warm up the body, to loosen the joints and loosen the muscles and open up the joints. You don't need anything in particular for this practice. However, if you do have a few blocks, if you then grab those, but if not, then you can use some water bottles or even a stack of books to bring the ground a little bit closer. What else do I have to say? That's pretty much it, really. So it's for beginners, and it's great for you to be able to incorporate this into your practice on the mat so that you've got a sense of structure rather than just showing up and not necessarily knowing what you're doing, or if you're doing it right, then I'll be guiding you through this today and you can incorporate it into your own practice. So let's get started. We'll start at the top of the mat. So you've got two options here coming into what's called Tadasana or mountain pose. You can start with the big toes together and heels slightly apart, or if you'd like so, you can bring your feet hip distance. Either way, either option is there for you. So we'll start with feet hip distance. Lift your toes, all 10 toes up off the mat, and then spread them onto the mat, rooting down through all four corners of the feet. Engage the quads, take a lift up of the kneecaps, and just notice your pelvic alignment here. Notice if you're arching your back, you can draw the tailbone down, so a nice neutral pelvis. Elongate up through the spine, draw the shoulders up towards the ears, and then glide them down the back, palms facing one another by the side. Your gaze is forward, or can even be down, eyes are closed or open, up to you. And as you're starting off in Tadasana pose, just notice what it feels like to be grounded, and also feel that energy coming up, extending up through the crown of the head. Relax the face and begin to connect with your breath. Take 5 deep cleansing breaths. So inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, sigh it out. 4 more times like that. As you exhale, maybe even notice a sense of letting go. Letting go of expectations of the practice, expectations of yourself, of other people. Beginning to connect. And be with yourself in this moment. So fully arrive on the mat. I'll take one more final breath in. Exhale, release, sigh it out. Open eyes. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Palms touch, gaze towards thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, hands at heart center. As you fold down, make sure you have integrity in the spine. So spine is nice and straight. Allow the torso to hang heavy. Especially with this first forward fold, option to take a bend into the knees. Creating a little bit more space in the back body. Forward folding over. If you hear any sounds in the background, that's the goat. Take an inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins, or you can use the block or the water bottles underneath you. Lengthen through the crown of the head, gazes down. And exhale, place palms down, step both feet back, plank pose. Shift the shoulders over the wrists. Shoulders over the wrists and heels are over the balls of the feet. Really press into the mat, spread through the shoulders, draw the ribs and the navel in. Exhale, lower the knees towards the mat. Keep your elbows hugged in as you come all the way down onto your belly. Fingertips in line with the shoulders. Press into the tops of the feet. And press your pubic bone into the ground. Take an inhale here, lift your chest up, draw the shoulders back, gazes down. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push your hips up and back, first down dog of the day. So all 10 toes facing forward, spread equally into both hands. With the first down dog of the day, you can take a bend into the knees if you like. Soften the knees. Internally rotating your forearms and externally rotating your upper arm bones. Find length through the waist. Sending the sit bones towards the sky, kind of looking like an upside down V. And again, first down dog of the day, you can take a bend into one leg, straighten into the other, gazing under your shoulders. Just warming up the body. And take an inhale, and then exhale, find a sense of stillness. So again, your practice as you're moving throughout these postures, you can have one breath, one movement, or if you'd like to find stillness and stay for more breaths, then that is always an option. Take an inhale, exhale, step both feet forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Allow your head to be heavy here. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up. And exhale, release hands through heart center. Allow the arms to come down by the sides. So that was the first option. That's the first modification, is coming down with your knees lowered. I'm going to guide you through now, going into what's called chaturanga, or also known as a vinyasa. So coming down from a high to a low plank, and then coming up to down, up dog, and down dog. So again, this takes a lot of strength building up to that. So if you're newer to the practice, then I'd recommend going with lowering the knees and coming into the baby cobra as we did before. So again, feet are hip distance. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins or on a block. Spread through the collarbones. Exhale, plant palms down, step both feet back into high plank pose. This is where it changes. So take an inhale, shift the shoulders over the wrists. Keep pressing the mat away from you. Exhale, lower from high to low plank. Keep your elbows hugged in, gazes down. Inhale, roll over the toes. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Knees are lifted. Engage the bum. Draw your chest forwards, gazes up. Exhale, roll over the toes. Send your hips up and back, down dog. So that's your second option. Instead of baby cobra, you're going straight into your upward facing dog. And again, listening to your body, listening to what it needs. Take an inhale deeply. Exhale, step both feet forward. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Allow the arms to fall by the waist side. And close down the eyes. Notice any sensations in the body as you're moving throughout this practice, and especially as you pause. So that ultimately is Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A. Open the eyes, and we're going to move on to Surya Namaskara B. So again, big toes together, heels apart. Or for this one actually, we'll come into Utkatasana, which is chair pose. So bring your feet hip distance. Lower the hips towards the mat and spread your fingers and allow them to touch the ground. And then raise your arms up overhead, chair pose. So the weight is back in the heels, gaze is down. Arms are up over the head. Gaze down and see if you can see your big toes. Draw the ribs and the navel in. Hug the inner thighs together. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten over the legs. Allow your torso to fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant palms down, step both feet back, high plank. Your option here, take an inhale, shift the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Draw your heart through. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Plug your weight into your left foot, spread equally into both hands. Take an inhale, sweep your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, step your right foot in between both hands. As you do so, if it doesn't quite reach, you can use your right hand to clasp onto your right ankle and step it through. Allow your right knee to be directly over that right ankle. Then spiral down your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Take an inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Come into Virabhadrasana 1, also known as Warrior 1. Place both hands on your hips. Ensure that both hips are facing forward towards the front of the mat. As you do so, you may notice that your right knee kind of splays out towards the outer edge of the mat. See if you can draw it back into the midline. So back leg is straight, taking a bend into that knee, arms up overhead, Warrior 1 pose. Breathe. Shoulders over the hips. Notice if you're arching in the spine here, see if you can draw your ribs and the navel in. As you do so, you'll feel more of a stretch in that left hip flexor. Inhale, nice work. And exhale, windmill the hands down. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Step your right foot back. And again, you can take this chaturanga, your vinyasa, or if you want to come straight into your down dog, then that's all good as well. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do the opposite side now. So plug equally into both hands. Your weight distribution is into your right foot. Take an inhale, sweep your left foot towards the sky. Exhale, step left foot in between the hands. Use your left hand to guide your left foot if you need to. Left knee is over the left ankle. Spiral down your back foot. Take an inhale, raise up. Warrior one pose. Opposite side. Now if this is too much on the hips, you can always widen this stance. So whatever feels okay for you. Keep on pressing through your back outer edge foot, bending into your front knee. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down, and again your option for vinyasa can either be lowering the knees, come down onto the belly. Inhale to baby cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes under, send the hips back, down dog. So again, this is your practice. I'm here to guide you, but you know what feels right in your body. Take an inhale. Exhale, step both feet forward, front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips on the ground, raise the arms up overhead, chair pose, Utkatasana. Gaze is down. And exhale, come to stand, hands at heart center. Beautiful. So now you know Surya Namaskara A and Surya Namaskara B. We'll take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, let's come to sit on our bums. Comfy position along the side of the mat. So that's it. That is Surya Namaskara A and Surya Namaskara B. If you are newer to the practice and you're not too sure where to start when you get on your mat, then when you're beginning your practice, what I'd suggest is starting off with a few sort of warm-up postures such as cat-cow. I'm not going to go into detail about that now, that can be in another video. But what I would usually do is do some cat-cows, some gentle, side bends, lateral movements, and that's really it. And then moving into the sun salutations, which are going to open up all parts of the body and allow you to be ready for other postures that move into the sequence. From there, you would come down onto the mat, maybe do some hip openers and gentle back bends and twists, and finally resting in Shavasana, which is the most important posture of the practice. We didn't do it today because this was more of a sort of tutorial into guiding you through the Surya Namaskaras, but I'll definitely keep note and we can do it next time. So that's it, and I hope you got a little bit from this practice. If you've got any feedback or comments or anything like that, I'd love to hear from you, and yeah, love to hear how you get on with this practice. Oh, there's so many mozzies about. Other than that, enjoy the rest of the day, and I will see you next time.